Hi everyone, this is the help video for the 3.01 quiz, Solving Two-Step Equations. Please make sure to watch this video before completing the quiz. If you need to find the quiz, there is a direct link for you in the gradebook. You can click on that link. It'll take you directly to the quiz, so you can go ahead and start working on it. Let's go ahead and start this review with question 1. Question 1 is asking you for the purpose behind solving two-step equations. So we want to keep two main ideas in mind when it comes to solving two-step equations or even one-step equations. The first is isolating the variable. So we like to joke in class that the variable is an introvert. It wants to be all by itself on the equal sign. So when we're working with two-step equations, it's very important that our focus is isolating that variable or getting the variable all by itself. Now, in order to do that, we use inverse operations. So we're trying to remove all of the numbers around the variable, and we do that by doing the opposite operation of what is already happening. So if it's being impacted by addition, we subtract. If it's being impacted by subtraction, we add. If it's being impacted by multiplication, we divide. And if it's being divided, we multiply. Those are using inverse operations. The second goal in two-step equations is keeping our equation balanced. That means we need to think of the equal sign as a scale. And so whatever we do to one side of the equation, we need to do to the other side as well in order to keep the balance of the equation. Now let's move into question 2. Question 2 is asking us which step would come first in solving this two-step equation. So normally when we solve two-step equations, we look for any addition or subtraction first, and then we worry about the multiplication or division. Let's take a look at this example here though. We have x plus 5 divided by 3 equals 7. In this situation, the entire x plus 5 is being divided by 3. So that's what we need to take care of first. So even though we would normally look for any addition and subtraction first, because this dividing by 3 is impacting both the x value and that 5, that's what we would need to get rid of first. So what that would look like is multiplying both sides by 3, which will leave us with x plus 5 equals 21. And now we could do our final step of subtracting both sides by 5 in order to fully isolate that variable. So again, when looking at this problem, just keep in mind that we normally do addition or subtraction first, but if there's ever a situation where multiplication or division is blocking our addition or subtraction operation, then we would want to take care of that multiplication or division first. Let's move on to question number 3. And question number 3 is actually a mix and match question. So you're going to have 3 different equations and you need to match the 3 equations to the solution. So I'm going to go through all 3 of these, and remember, on all of your quizzes you can use a calculator. So I am going to be using mine as well just to check my work. I'm going to start with the first box. So again, as always, we look for any addition or subtraction first. I see right here that this x is being added by 2.3. So to get rid of that, I'm going to do the opposite, which is subtracting 2.3. And again, I do that on both sides. This leaves me with 4x equals 8.4. I got that by canceling out that positive and negative 2.3. And then I solved the other side of my equal sign, which had 10.7 minus 2.3. Now I have 4x equals 8.4, and this is where I can go ahead and divide. So again, I'm looking at how is my variable impacted. My variable is being multiplied by 4. Since it's being multiplied by 4, I need to do the opposite, which is dividing by 4. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4. Again, keeping that balance. What I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. 8.4 divided by 4 is 2.1. And that's how I would solve my first question. I'm going to look at my next one. Again, I'm looking for any addition or subtraction first. In this case, this is being subtracted by 3, so I'm going to add 3 to both sides. This leaves me with x divided by 2 equals, and again, I can solve this. 14 plus 3 is 17. Now I have x is being divided by 2 equals 17. So how do I get rid of something that's being divided by 2? The opposite of division is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. That'll cancel out. This leaves me with x equals, and on this side I have 17 times 2. Again, keeping that balance, I multiplied one side by 2, have to multiply the other. 17 times 2 is 34. And my last box, 12x minus 5 equals 139. I have this negative 5 here. I can cancel it out by adding 5 to both sides. This cancels. 12x equals 144. 12 is being impacted, or the variable here of x is being impacted by this 12 via multiplication. Just to review on that, if you don't see a sign, so we don't see an addition sign or a subtraction or a division, multiplication is the only invisible operation. So that means we can automatically assume that these are being multiplied. A number next to a variable means multiplication. So in order to get rid of something that's being multiplied by 12, we're going to divide both sides by 12. That 12 divided by 12 cancels out to 1. So that leaves us with x equals, and then on this side we have 144 divided by 12, which equals 12. So for question number 3, again, you're given 3 two-step equations that you need to solve and match up the solution to each one in order to get them all correct. So that takes us to the end of our review for the 3.01 quiz. Make sure to use the notes and review the help video again. And of course, if you still have any additional questions, you can reach out to your teacher. Thank you.